Next exercise in microcontroller laboratory is on arithmetic instructions. So the first program is to add two 8-bit numbers. So write an assembly language program to add two 8-bit numbers stored in the location 40H and 41H and store the result in 50H location, and if carry is generated, store 01 in 51H location, else 00 in 51H location. So we have two memory locations, internal RAM location 40H and 41H. So first retrieve the data from 40H location and copy it to A, and then add the content of 41H location with A, and the result will be in A, which will be copied to 50H location, and then check for carry generated. If carry is generated, then carry flag will have one value, then store 01 in 51H location, and if there is no carry generated, then store 00 in 51H location. So let us see the program for this. So we have move 40H, hash 1010 1011. So the location 40H is having the value A, B. So directly the data is moved to the 40H location. Similarly, move 41H, hash 11100110. So the data is moved to 41H location. And then we have R1 register having the value 00. So we have 40H location having the value A, B, H, and 41H location having the value E6. So now we have the register R1 used, which has the value 00. Now A gets the content of 40H, that is A accumulator has the value AB, and then that is added with the value of 41H location. So that is A equal to AB plus E6. So then the carry flag is checked. So if carry flag is set to 1, then we have to increment the register R1 by 1. So R1 will become 01, and the value of A is moved to 50H location, and R1 value is moved to 51H location. Suppose carry flag is not set, so JC skip. So it will go to the next line, that is A jump go. So it will move the content of A to the 50H location and move the content of R1 to 51H location. So R1 value is now 00 since it is not incremented. So this is how the addition of two 8-bit numbers is done. Next program we have is to add two 16-bit numbers using indirect addressing mode. So write an assembly language program to add two 16-bit numbers. So the first number is stored in 8050 and 8051 location. Second number is stored in 8052 and 8053 location, and store the result in 8054 and 8055 location. So indirect addressing mode, we have to access the memory location through pointers. So since we have used external memory location 8050, 51, 8052, 8053 and all, we need to use the data pointer. So first get the data stored in 8050H location. So we have 8050, 8051, 8052 and 8053 locations. So the input is in these four locations. So 8050 has the lower byte of first number and 8052 has the lower byte of second number. So first get the data from 8050 location and move it to the accumulator and then move it to some register. Next, increment the data pointer and access the 8052 location and move the content of it to A and then do the AND operation, that is the accumulator content with the register content, and then move the result to some register. Next, access the 8051 location and move the content of 8051 to A and then move it to some register and then access 8053 location and move the content of it to A and then perform the addition operation along with carry and then store the value of this addition operation. So need to increment the data pointer so that it will point to 8055 location and whatever result is there in the accumulator due to the current addition operation, that will be moved to 8055 location, and then decrement the data pointer such that it points to the 8054 location and move the content of the first addition process to that particular location. So first move that content from the register in which it is stored to A and then move the content of A to 8054 location. So let us see the program written for this. So we have first the carry flag cleared. So carry flag will be cleared to, that is it will be 0. Then access the 8050H location and then move the content of that to accumulator and copy the content of the accumulator to R3 register. Then increment the data pointer by 2 bytes. So data pointer will now point to the address 8052 and fetch the data from 8052 location and move it to A and then add it along with the content of R3 and the result will be in A. Move the content of A to the register R1. Now decrement the data pointer, so decrement DPL. So now data pointer will now point to 8051 location. Retrieve the content of it and move it to A and move the content to R0. Now increment the data pointer by 2 bytes so that data pointer will point to 8053 location and move the content to A. Now add the content of A with the register content R0 along with carry and then increment the data pointer by 2 bytes. Move the content of A, that is the result of higher byte addition, to the location specified by data pointer, that is 8055, and then move the content of R1 to A. So R1 has the value of the first addition, that is of lower byte. Move the content of R1 to A, decrement data pointer by 1 and then move the content of A to the location specified by data pointer, that is 8054. So in this way the two 16-bit numbers stored in the location 8050 to 8053 is added and the result is stored in 8054 and 8055. Let us see the next program. So it is to add to 16-bit numbers using register addressing mode. So write an assembly language program to add two 16-bit numbers which is stored in 40, 41, 42 and 43H location and store the result in 44H and 45H location. So we have to use the register to access the data of the memory locations and then do the addition operation same like the previous one. So let us see the program. So we have first carry flag cleared and then R0 will be used to point to the 40H location. So R0 is getting the value 40H. So it means R0 will be a pointer to the location 40H. So we can retrieve the data in 40H through R0. So it is done by move a comma at R0. So the value in 40H location is retrieved and it is moved to A. And then make a copy of it in R2. Then increment the value of R0 by 2 bytes so that it will point to the location 42H. And then move the content of R0 pointed location, that is 42H, to A, and add the content of A with the previous register, that is R2, and store the result in R1. So now we have the lower byte addition done and the result is in R1. Then decrement R0 such that it points to 41H location and retrieve the data and move it to A and then copy it to R2. Then increment R0 by 2 bytes so that it will point to 43H location. Now move the content of 43H to A, add it with R2 along with carry. Then we have the result of higher bit addition in the accumulator. Increment R0 by 2 bytes. So we have R0 pointing to 45H location. So now move the content of A to the location specified by R0, that is 45H. And then move the content of R1 to A. So R1 has the first addition process result, that is of lower byte. So R1 value is moved to A. Decrement R0 so that it will point to the location 44H. Now move the content of A to the 44H location. So in this way the two numbers, 16-bit numbers, are added and the result is stored using register addressing mode. So the next program is to add 16-bit numbers in direct addressing mode. So the memory location will be directly addressed and the data will be retrieved and added with the other 16-bit number. So let us see the code written for this. So we have the 40H location directly accessed, so the content of it is moved to A. So we have move A comma 40H. So 40H location is directly accessed and its content is moved to A, and then that content is moved to R0. Then 42H location is accessed, its content is moved to A. Then the content of A is added with R0 and the result will be in A, and that result will be moved to 44H location. Then 41H location is accessed and the content is moved to A and it is copied to R0. Then 43H location is accessed, its content is moved to A and it is added with R0 along with carry, and the result, which is in A, is moved to 45H. So directly the memory location is accessed and the addition process is done.
The next program we have is to subtract two 8-bit numbers which may result in a borrow. So write an assembly language program to subtract 6EH from 4CH. So we have 4CH minus 6EH. So the binary representation is 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. So subtraction of this, we have 0. So 0 minus 1 we require borrow. So we get it from the previous bit. So we get the answer 1. Again for this there is requirement of borrow. So we get 1. And then we have the borrow got from here. So we have the answer 1, then here we have 1, then 0, 1 minus 1, and then again there is need of borrow, so we get it here and then we get the answer 1 and 1. So we have the borrow, which implies that 4C is smaller than 6E. So in program, the 2's complement way of subtraction is used when the subtrahend is greater than the minuend. So we have to find the 2's complement of the result. So we have the 1's complement of it as 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1, and then add 1 to get the 2's complement. So we have 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0. So the answer is 22 hexa. So 4c minus 6e is 22h. Let us see the program. So first we are clearing the carry flag so that if there is any borrow needed in the subtraction operation, we can know that by checking the carry flag. Since there is no other flag to check the borrow got for the subtraction operation. Then we are moving the 4ch value to accumulator, and then we are using the sub b instruction, that is subtract with borrow. So 4c minus 6e has to be performed. So 4c value is moved to accumulator. So sub b a comma hash 6e h will perform 4c minus 6e h. Then we will check for the carry. If there is a borrow, then it will be setting the carry flag. So if there is no carry, then we have to just store the result of the subtraction which is in accumulator to register R1. And if there is carry, means there is borrow, then we have to find 2's complement of the result. That is, first find 1's complement. So complement the content of accumulator and then add 1 to it to find the 2's complement. Next program we have is to multiply two 8-bit numbers which may result a 16-bit number. So write an assembly language program to multiply two 8-bit numbers stored in 50h and 51h location and store the result, the lower byte in 52h and higher byte in 53h. So we have two 8-bit numbers stored in 50h location and 51h location. So the register R1 is used to access the 50h location and register R0 is used to access 51h location. And then the content of 50h and 51h is moved to the registers B and A. So content of 50h location is moved to B register and 51h location's content is moved to A register. Then we perform the multiplication using MUL instruction mul AB. So after the multiplication operation, the lower byte of the result is stored in accumulator and higher byte of the multiplication operation is stored in B register. So content of A is moved to 52h location and the content of B is moved to 53h location. Next program is to divide two 8-bit numbers. So write an assembly language program to divide the content of R0 by R1 and store the result in R2 and R3, and in R3 store the remainder. So the operation to be performed is R0 by R1. So first R0 content is moved to accumulator and then R1 content is moved to B register, and then we perform the divide operation using the instruction div. So it performs A by B. So the result, that is the quotient, will be stored in A. A will have the quotient of the operation, that is division operation, and B will have the remainder. So the content of A is moved to register R2 and the content of B is moved to register R3. Next program is to divide two 8-bit numbers. So write an assembly language program to calculate the average of 6 hexadecimal numbers stored in RAM location from 40H onwards. So we have the memory location 40H to 45H in which the 6 hexadecimal numbers are stored. So we will access each memory location and add the content of it. So initially we'll load the accumulator with 0 value, and then we'll fetch the content of 40H and add it to accumulator, and in the next trial we'll fetch the content of 41H and add it with accumulator. So this will go on till the content of 45H is accessed and added to accumulator. So to keep track of it, we will keep a counter so that the 6 hexadecimal numbers are added. Once this counter is 0, we have to come out of the loop of addition, and then we have to divide that result by 6 to get the average. So let us see the program. So we have register R1 loaded with 06 value and register B loaded with 06 value, and R0 is loaded with 40H value. So R0 will be the register which will point to the memory location 40H onwards. Then we are clearing the content of accumulator. So we are making the accumulator content as 0, and then we are adding the accumulator with the content of 40H which is accessed through R0, and then we will increment R0 so that the 41H location is accessed, and we will decrement register R1 which is a counter and check whether it is 0. If it is not equal to 0, again the content of accumulator has to be added with the content of the memory location pointed by the register R0, and then again R0 has to be incremented. So once R1 is 0, we have to divide the result which is in accumulator by 6. So divide AB is done, that is div AB. So A has the result of the addition and B has 06. So A by B is done. So then the result which is in A, that is the quotient, it will be moved to 50H. Next program is to find the square of a given number. So write an assembly language program to find the square of a 8-bit number stored at 20H location and store the result in 21H and 22H. So we have the 8-bit number stored in 20H, so that is accessed and copied to accumulator. So 20H memory location is accessed and the content of it is copied to accumulator and also to B register. And then we perform the multiplication operation using MUL instruction. So mul AB. So once this multiplication operation is done, the accumulator will have the lower bits of the result and the register B will have the higher bits, and the content of accumulator and B register are copied to 21H and 22H memory location. So the content of B register is copied to 21H and A register is copied to 22H. Let us see the execution of the programs. So first program is to add two 8-bit numbers. So we have the first number AB stored in 40H location and E6 stored in 41H location. So the program is typed and saved in .asm extension and it is added to the project window. Then we have to build the target, and then we have to go to debug, stop debug session, and then click on the memory window to check the output. So we have to go to debug and click on run. So in the memory window we have to type the location in the address bar. So we have the memory location 40H and 41H. So we can check the input in the 40H and 41H. So AB and E6 is stored in 40 and 41H and the result is stored in 50H location. So we have the result as 91, and if there is any carry in 51H location we have 01 stored. So the sum of AB plus E6 is 91 with a carry. So Next, we have to go to debug, stop the debug session. Next program is to add two 16-bit numbers using indirect addressing mode. So we have the program, so the memory location used is 8050H. So first we'll build the target and then we'll go to debug, start stop debug session, and we'll access the 8050H location. So x colon 8050H. So we'll give the input AB 32 E7 and 72. So we have given the 16-bit numbers, two 16-bit numbers in the location 8050 to 8053. Then the output will be appearing in 80, 54 and 55 location. So go to debug, click on run. So we can see the output in 80, 54 and 80, 55 location. So that is 92A5. Then go to debug, stop the debug session. Next program is to add two 16-bit numbers using register addressing mode. So we have added the program file to the project window. Then we have to build the target and then go to debug, start stop debug session, and then we have to access the location 40H to 43H. So type the address I colon 40H in the address bar and then give the input and then go to debug, click on run. So the result is stored in 44 and 45H. So we can see the result is 92 and A5. And then go to debug, stop the debug session. Next program is to add the two 16-bit numbers using direct addressing mode. So first build the target and then go to debug, start stop debug session. So access the 40H location. So give the input and then go to debug, click on run. So we can see the result in 44 and 45H location. And then go to debug, stop the debug session. Next program is to subtract 6E from 4C. So we have the program. So first build the target and go to debug, start stop debug session. And already the input is given. So go to debug, click on run. So we can see the output in the accumulator in the register window. So A is 22H. Then go to debug, stop the debug session. Next program is to multiply two 8-bit numbers. So first build the target and then go to debug, start stop debug session. In the address bar give the memory location 50H and then give the input 25H, 65H and then go to debug, click on run. So the output appears in 52 and 53H. Then go to debug, stop the debug session. Next program is to divide two 8-bit numbers. So we have the program. So first build the target and then go to debug, start stop debug session. So we have to enter the value in the register R0 and R1. So in the address bar we have to give I:00H. R0 address is 00. So give the input in R0 and R1. So we have 2B and 02 as the input in R0 and R1. And then we have to go to debug, click on run. So we can see the output in the registers R2 and R3. Then go to debug, stop debug session. Next program is to find the average of 6 hexadecimal numbers. So we have the program. So first build the target and then go to debug, start stop debug session, and then in the address bar view the location 40H and press enter, and then right click on the first location, click on modify memory add and give the input the 6 hexadecimal numbers. And then press OK. So then go to debug, click on run. So the output is appearing in the memory location 50H. So we can see the average of the 6 numbers is shown in 50H location. Then go to debug, click on stop debug session. Next program is to find square of a number. So we have the program. So build the target and then go to debug, start stop debug session. So type the address 20H in the address bar and enter the input in the memory location 20H, so 05H, and then go to debug, click on run. So the output is appearing in 21H and 22H locations. So then go to debug, click on start stop debug session.